Welcome to the 2021 Celebration of Excellence. This marks the 20th anniversary of this great event. Tonight, we recognize students who are in the top 10% of the senior class based on their cumulative GPA. This is an incredible accomplishment, especially given the circumstances that you have all faced during the last year. The group here tonight is exceptional, as all of our students represented have over a 4.0 GPA. That sense of dedication to academic excellence and your perseverance to maintain that standard over 4 years will serve you well, not only now, but throughout your lives. We are proud of your accomplishments and the example that you have set for others. Students, congratulations. And we know you didn't get here alone. Whether it was a family member or friend, you most likely have someone to thank for supporting you along the way. Along those same lines, as part of our evening, each student has recognized a staff member who made an impact on their educational journey. Creating personal connections is at the heart of what we do in education. The impact that an educator has is profound, and this is a great honor for our staff members. One of the greatest rewards for us is to see students grow as learners and to take that learning and expand on it by following their passions. That honored staff member will share those connections and experiences about each Celebration of Excellence honoree throughout the program tonight. I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you to a lot of people who helped in the planning of this and who also have helped donate the funds that were necessary for this event. So again, this marks the 20th anniversary of the Celebration of Excellence and would not be possible without many generous donations. Thank you to those of you who have given in the past and continue to donate to this awesome event. I'd also like to thank the Celebration of Excellence Committee, made up of Alice Smith, Leo Romilly, Missy Ward, Kari Munson, John Schweitz, Kate Crampy, and Susan Decker. And also to a new member of our staff, Dennis Jocelyn, for helping with the video recording of this event for tonight. It is now my honor to introduce Matamidi School District's Teacher of the Year, Chris Carlson. Chris graduated from St. Thomas University and has been teaching in the Matamidi School District for 25 years. She has held a number of teaching positions. She began her educational career at the middle school as a science teacher, then transitioning to a second grade teacher at Wildwood Elementary. Then as a peer coach at the high school, and now currently serving as a math specialist at O.H. Anderson. She has had the unique opportunity of working with students at all the buildings in our district. Her favorite part of teaching is cultivating relationships with students and partnering with families. Chris is married and has 5 children: Justin, Rachel, Alex, Luke, who is also being honored tonight is one of our honorees, and Anna. She enjoys traveling with her extended family and making memories together. I now present to you our Teacher of the Year, Chris Carlson.
I want to thank the Celebration of Excellence Committee for inviting me to participate in this very special event. I'm honored to be here as the Matamidi Teacher of the Year and equally proud to participate as the mother of an honored senior. It's hard to believe that 13 years ago, Luke and I were attending kindergarten open house and meeting some of you for the very first time. Since then, I have watched you grow into talented, creative, and amazing soon-to-be graduates. Your senior year has definitely not gone the way you had planned it out. Yet, the pandemic has not diminished your many friendships or accomplishments. The flexibility and perseverance you have refined this past year will serve you well no matter where your next chapter takes you. You have likely heard the saying, dare to compare. Today, I'm going to challenge you to do just the opposite. I dare you not to compare. Whether it be the college you've chosen, your high school GPA, or the number of followers you have on social media. Comparing rarely, if ever, serves to make one happier or more fulfilled. In today's world, we are constantly faced with tweets and snaps, showcasing carefully edited and cropped, filtered accounts of the pinnacle moments in others' lives. This constant barrage distracts us from living out our own story. Today, I encourage you to imagine the story you want your life to tell. Instead of comparing your life to the lives of those around you, I challenge you to use your time more productively to envision, write, revise, and enhance your own compelling story. How will your story read? What will your story say about who you are and what you believe in, and the impact you have made on the lives of those around you? Just like a great novel or a favorite movie, your story isn't just one or two events or accomplishments. Rather, it's pages filled with ups and downs, where difficult moments are met with persistence and compassion. The most compelling movies and books, like our lives, are meaningful and thought-provoking. As you begin to craft this next chapter in your story, take time to pause and carefully consider your overarching theme. What recurring message do you want each chapter in your story to exemplify? What compelling vision will keep you engaged in your own story on those great days, and more importantly, on those not so great days? As you begin the next chapter in your story, you have a unique opportunity to further develop the complexities of your central character, the adult you. What words will be used to describe you? As you consider this, it may help you to reflect on the people who have had the most impact on your life to this point. I would like you to pause and think of one or two people who have helped craft the beginning of your story. Of all the people you've had interactions with thus far in your life, what characteristics made this person or persons stand out in your mind? How have they used their talents and time to support you? How have they reacted to your most amazing moments, and more importantly, your less than great moments? What have you learned about the kind of person you want to be from them? I'm not encouraging you to compare yourselves to them, rather to identify the attributes you admire most in them, so you can, in your own unique way, integrate these characteristics into the development of your own central character. As you begin to craft your next chapter, you are provided with a perfect opportunity to intentionally refine and define the person you aspire to be. I would like to congratulate you all on the many achievements you have worked so diligently to accomplish throughout this chapter of your story. Each of you has many unique and impactful chapters to come. No two will be the same, nor should they be. As you begin your next chapter, I dare you not to compare a single word, sentence, or paragraph to those of the authors around you. Rather, I encourage you to continue to focus your energies on making your story memorable, meaningful, and compelling enough to proudly share with the world.
Where do you begin with Anna? Well, first off, that's Hannah's Spanish name. And to be completely honest, and if you want to talk about being in a proverbial zone with a student, I had known her for several years before learning her actual identity. She is and always will be Anna to me. Anna, Hannah, by using her abundance of talents, has had a profound impact on the Mahtomedi community. Her winning personality, her optimism, her gift as a good listener, and infectious smile have made her a role model throughout her high school career. She is upbeat and insightful, and her insatiable need to contribute to the betterment of her environment and those around her is infectious. However, I honestly believe her greatest attribute is her optimism. Due to this approach, Hannah has been able to generate an immense amount of trust in people that has afforded her the opportunity to positively influence her peers in so many different ways, staff included at MHS. She is thoughtful and well-spoken and has handled all the stresses of high school with grace and resiliency. I know I speak for the entire teaching staff at Mahtomedi High School when I thank Hannah, for all she has done. Mahtomedi is truly a better place because of her dedication to her environment and her community. Best of luck.
Hello. It is my honor to speak on behalf of Abby Brown today. I I met her many years ago in ASL 1, and in the intervening years, I've known her through ASL 1, ASL 2, ASL 3, 4, 5, and in the theater department. And that might sound like a lot, but I have enjoyed every moment of it. And it's been very interesting to get to know Abby, and everything I learn impresses me more and more. Abby balances her athletic career, her theater life, and her academic life in a way that no one else can. And she is amazing. She is so talented in all of these arenas, and I'm sure even more. I know she has a job that she loves and is very passionate about. I'm certain that she puts the same dedication into that as she does everything else. And even with all of that, she is a calm and competent, and she seems to enjoy every moment. And so I have enjoyed really getting to know her, and she is a person I am going to miss a lot and who I wish wonderful things for. So Abby, good luck. I'm sure you're going to do marvelous things, and please keep in touch and let me know how it's going.
When I think of the class of 2021, there are so many excellent students, but one that has really stood out to me over the past 4 years is Luke Carlson. My first interactions with Luke were in his 9th grade world history class. He had all the qualities in 9th grade that make that age group so fun to teach. He was excitable, and he asked all kinds of questions and really dug into the course material. And on top of that, he was really committed to making all of his creative work in the class, from posters about Constantinople to creative writing pieces about Latin America, be as authentic as possible. As time has gone on, I've had the chance to have Luke in AP Psychology as well, and I've been really impressed with his maturity, his persistence, even when times get tough, especially like they did last spring when we first moved to distance learning, and the way he looks out for others and makes others feel included, especially in small group settings, as well as a sense of humor. Luke thinks deeply and feels deeply, which are both qualities that I really admire in a person. It has been great to get to know him a little bit more outside of class during our flex time chats as well. Luke's a great student for sure, as all students being honored tonight are. But he's also just a really great person, and I feel really honored to have had the opportunity to have him in my class. He makes our class a better place and has helped others in the class learn more through his insightful questions and comments. Luke, I think you're going to have a huge impact on the world, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your next moves. Congratulations.
Lauren, thank you for this tremendous honor here to be here celebrating the excellence of your work at MHS. I will always remember the positive energy you brought to class each day, the intellectual curiosity you showed when presented a new mathematical concept, the care and unselfishness you demonstrate to your classmates, and the hard work, even in the face of a pandemic, that you displayed. You are an amazing young lady with a bright future. Please do not forget me when you're rich and famous.
So, I found out I get to talk about Grant Cegalski. I was kind of hoping to be honored by getting a chance to talk about perhaps the impact of Star Wars on pop culture, but I'll share a couple things about Grant instead. So Grant, let's see, first time I got to meet him, he was an 8th grader trying to join my high school real world design challenge team. It was supposed to be set up for 9/12, but he was so passionate about it and so eager to get involved, I ended up having to contact the national coordinator of the contest just to get authorization to get him on the team. And boy, am I glad I did, because he's been a great asset to that program for the last 5 years. Not only has he been a part of a team that's gone to nationals 4 of the times, he's served very well as a leader. And through that leadership, teams he's been involved with have earned multiple merit awards at national competitions, including his first year when he was on the team. They won against all odds, in no part because of Grant happening to find himself with a concussion right before the national competition and not being able to actually attend that one. The other one that he's done a great job is, a couple years ago, his team earned the Merit Award for Best Use of Mentors, in which Grant was a huge part of reaching out to a number of different people in the community to learn more and more about our different ways for drones to interact with delivering packages. But my interaction with Grant hasn't just been through real-world design. He even decided to dabble in Rocket Team one year, and I think he had enough of that, so he decided to try maybe my physics course. So I also had the opportunity to work with Grant in CIS physics, something that was a real cool opportunity to really see Grant grow and strive as a student as well as an individual. He was able to take on all the challenges I threw at him and excelled at them all. So Grant, congratulations, and you've been a great student to work with over the years, and I can see only great things for you in the future.
It is such a pleasure to know Athlin Draghi. Athlin is obviously extremely intelligent, but she is also one of the most likable people that you will ever meet. She is a dependable and kind person whose bright smile brought life into my classes every day. Athlin is a leader, a collaborator, and a really good listener. She truly goes out of her way to make those around her feel comfortable and important. She has impressed me time and time again with her willingness to help others and to work with anyone and everyone. I have known Athlin since she was in middle school, a new kid to Mahtomedi. Even then, Athlin's determination and optimism were obvious. I've been fortunate to have her in Spanish classes all throughout high school and have watched her list of accomplishments grow in school and as a star gymnast. She's a beloved big sister and a cherished daughter. Her courage and leadership are truly admirable. I would like to thank Athlin for adding so much to Spanish class and for inspiring me as a teacher and as a person. Anita, te deseo lo mejor en el futuro y estoy segura que vas a lograr todas tus metas. Estoy súper orgullosa de ti.
Hi, my name is Angie Buckingham, and I am happy to be here tonight as a guest of Nina Duffy. I was lucky enough to have Nina as a student in my Principles of Democracy course, where we focused a lot on American government concepts. She was involved in a class that was one of my favorites. Don't tell any of my other classes. But when I first met Nina, it was really clear that she was going to be actively involved and interested in the class. She had an interest in government, politics, and the law, and I think her interest just grew as we continued as a class. She was always an active participant, fully engaged in our discussions and activities and conversations. Her dedication and confidence were a positive influence to really everyone in the class. Our discussions would often continue with her and some of her friends after class, and it was clear that as the class continued, she just got more and more interested and involved, and this was likely something that she carries in all of her classes. So Nina, thank you for having me here tonight. Congratulations on your recognition this evening, and I really appreciate being included in the celebration. As you move forward in all of your new adventures, remember to continue to challenge yourself, remain confident, embrace the unknown, and keep smiling. Good luck to you next year.
For those of you who don't live across the street from Riley Island, as I do, let me tell you something. It's pretty uneventful. You know, you'd think for somebody who's as involved and as well-liked as Riley, you'd see some toilet paper in the trees on occasion, or maybe a whoomp, 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 coming from a late-night party. But no, what you see is instead somebody who's going about life, being upbeat, and living well. His values seem to be pretty straightforward. Take care of your family, support your friends, and find joy in life. And I've seen that not just in his behavior, but in his writing as well. In the last 3 years, I've read about 2,700 papers. And of all of those, one stands out as most memorable. Riley's description of Nana Camp, in which Grandma, Nana, hosts all the grandchildren for a week. The details and energy evoked in that piece, Riley, speak to how much Nana Camp, and by extension, family, means to you. Enjoying, spending time with people you care about. I think those are great things to value. Stay true to that, Riley, and keep up the good work.
Hey, My name is Danielle, or I go by Danny, or Coach Danny, to Jenna. I am here as Jenna Elber's special guest, and I am here to talk a little bit about how I first met her. Where do I start with Jenna? She is the girl that I met when she was pretty small. Although Jenna was never really small, she was athletic and tall, and among all these other little kids in a gymnasium full of volleyball players. And at that point, at least volleyball-wise, I knew she was something special that we needed to hang on to. So as I got to know Jenna throughout the years, I got to know a little bit more about her personality and who she really is, and it's just been a joy all along. When Jenna got older, I had the opportunity to coach her, and that has been just so fun, such a thrill. I learned that Jenna is not only talented in the gym, but she has high goals for herself in the classroom, academically. She has lots of gifts. It means a lot for her. She works hard in all aspects of her life, academically, and in all of her achievements, she has earned every one of them. No matter what she does, Jenna has phenomenal work ethic. She works really hard, and she deserves all of her success. Jenna is also an amazing leader. If you know Jenna, not a gal of many words, but Jenna leads with her actions, and I would say with her big heart. She is just a sweet and genuine girl. She shows respect, she has an awesome attitude, and most of all, like I said, she just has a wonderful golden heart. It is such an honor, Jenna. Thank you so much for inviting me to this. I love being here for you, and thank you for just being a wonderful part of my life. And I want to wish you all the best in your future. I know that you will do big things and that you will impact and touch many lives. Thanks, Jenna.
Sarah Fraser selected me to be her honored guest, but I am the one who is honored to know her. I'm a district employee in the Community Education Department. I'm not an educator, so it seems no matter if you are a teacher, lunch para, counselor, school secretary, or whatever, you never know which student might need to see your smile that day, or hear you say, "I see you trying, way to go." I have known Sarah since 3rd grade. I have watched her grow into someone who is so bright, caring, and strong. I can't wait to see what she does next. Way to go, Sarah.
Hi, Will, and everyone else at the Celebration of Excellence. Congratulations. I can imagine the pressure you probably felt to perform in high school with both parents as teachers at your high school. Well, you did it. You performed academically superior, and be proud of that accomplishment. But be even more proud of an accomplishment, maybe not as a parent, as letter grades. You did this through hard work and an awesome attitude. I know you cared about grades, but more importantly, I saw your willingness to put your head down and learn. You asked questions about concepts, you asked questions about papers. You spent time learning material instead of worrying about every point. And you did all this while treating others with kindness and respect. I watched you stop to help classmates understand material. So, you've got a bright future ahead of you when you finally pick that college, and you're going to be fine wherever you go. So, go celebrate. Jump in White Bear Lake, and thanks for letting me celebrate with you and your parents. Congratulations.
I'm so fortunate to be able to talk a little bit about Sonia Glegg today. Sonia, I had the pleasure of having as a student as a 9th grader, and then again this year as a senior. And I don't have like one particular memory of Sonia. I'm just so happy to be in her presence every day. She's a wonderful student to have in class. She's just very calm and collected and confident and engaged and insightful, but you don't really know Sonia unless you get to read her writing. It's like a whole nother world into her mind, and she is able to paint some amazing pictures with words. even in, hardline academic essays, she has this voice and this insight, and it's truly unusual and truly amazing to be able to witness that. And so I feel so fortunate to have been her English teacher and have gotten to see that side of her. And I have a whole Google folder full of Sonia's amazing essays to use for future examples for my students.
Hello, it is my honor and privilege to talk about Alicia Gieser. Since I met Alicia Gieser, she has proven to be a joy and an inspiration to everyone around her. My best story to share about Alicia, we have many, but is the summer before I started working at Mahtomedi 2 years ago, I asked my predecessor for a list of names of students who could help me transition into my job here with the band and help my band feel more included, part of the process. And Alicia Gieser was one of those 10 students who was a part of that. I sent an email in early July, and Alicia was the first student to respond. And I knew from that email that I was in for working with a student who was really going to take this band in a positive direction and help me as the new director. And Alicia has never proven me wrong. She has just been a delight and a joy every single day that I've worked with her. Her dedication and commitment is unmatched by most students. You look at her resume of activities in band that she's participated in just the last 2 years. We have percussion ensemble, pep band, pit orchestras, the UMD honor band, all conference band, all of the curricular band, and also leadership team, which she has been a foundational member of, serving as secretary her junior year and then vice president this year. Alicia truly loves her band program, and she loves the people within it, and she's always willing to go above and beyond, and she has helped me immensely and profoundly. I can't even put into words what a joy and an honor it has been to have her be my student. She's a real deal, and she's a student who's made me a better teacher. I think the best way to sum up Alicia is by quoting one of my favorite musicals, Wicked, by saying, "Because I knew you, Alicia Gieser, I have been changed for good. I have been changed for better." So congratulations, Alicia, and thank you for all you do for this band program and all you'll continue to do in the world.
Good evening. It is my pleasure and honor to be a guest of Jenna Halverson this evening for the Celebration of Excellence. Jenna is a mathematician in my AB Calculus class this year, and I would like to take this opportunity to share some of the admirable qualities that Jenna possesses. Yes, that's right. I had to include some mathematics this evening. This is the absolute value of x. And like Jenna, it means you are always positive. Finally, I would like to say thanks, Jenna, for bringing all those qualities to my class every day. I wish you well, and I want to remind you, be strong, be kind, help others, and always enjoy life.
Nathan, it has been a pleasure to get to know you these past couple of years. Whether it has been in our photography class or during flex time when you and your friends would hang out in my room, you were always a joy to be around. You are so talented, and the whole art department wishes we got to have even more of you in more classes. You're so kind, you're so courteous, you're so respectful. Nate, we wish we could have 25 more just like you in all of our classes. I cannot wait to see where your future takes you. You're so curious and intelligent and kind-hearted and just a good friend and a good student. Nate, I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for inviting me to this special night. Can't wait to see where your future takes you.
Thank you for inviting me to Celebration of Excellence, Sam. As a teacher, it's always an honor to be selected and recognized by such amazing students as yourself. It has really been great getting to work with you on the robotics team these past 4 years. It has been even better having you along to help translate all of the super technical conversations that you have with the programming mentors. When I first started the team, it was common to have someone take over the programming, and then their senior year, they would just be gone. These past couple years, it's really been great to have somebody at the helm who is kind of consistent throughout. So we're definitely going to miss you as you graduate here, but you've also done a really good job setting us up to continue to be successful after you leave. There's so many stories I could tell to highlight why you deserve to be here, but the times I remember the most from your years in robotics are mostly the times when things don't go as planned. Usually it looks something like you turn the robot on, everybody's waiting for it to do something awesome, it does the opposite, you look confusedly at the robot, mutter something like, well, that's not supposed to happen, scroll furiously through the code, type a bunch of stuff, then turn to me and say, well, that should fix it. All we need to do is reconfigure the vectors ID on the CAN bus network, like it was the most obvious fix all along. Well, I'm glad you were there, Sam, because it clearly wasn't the most obvious fix to me. So you're going to be missed these next couple years, but thank you again for all your work, and congrats on your achievements.
Anya, it's been an absolute pleasure working with you as a student in biology and, most importantly, as a member of the MAPS team for these past 3 years. As you move on, I want you to keep that insatiable curiosity that you've had and exuded in your own experience here in my classes and in our school. I want you to ask questions that make yourself uncomfortable. I want you to ask questions that challenge authority. I want you to maintain that innate curiosity that Richard Feynman calls the pleasure of figuring things out. I want you to investigate and observe. I want you to continue noticing those little things that make this world such an amazing place. If you can do all those things, it's going to be a really cool adventure, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish.
Sam, I am honored to be here and share this celebration with you. Choosing me as your honored guest says something about your thoughtfulness and your approach to life. My memories of Sam in kindergarten are of a student that was thirsty for knowledge. He was curious about everything and was one of the brightest students that I have ever taught. I remember that he would always sit right next to me and wanted to be fully engaged in whatever we were learning. In elementary school, Sam's intelligence and bravery pushed him to advance a grade. In doing this, Sam had to navigate his own path as a young student in a new group of peers, not an easy challenge. I got to know his family that year and was blessed to teach his sister Catherine and his brother William. The Lengels are a remarkable family, full of passion and intelligence. Sam, you are unique. You are talented. You are sensitive, thoughtful, kind, courageous, a listener, curious, and a scholar. Literally, a National Merit Scholar finalist. Always be yourself. You are amazing. This quote by Albert Einstein stood out to me as one that I wanted to share with you. The one who follows the crowd will usually get no further than the crowd. The one who walks alone is likely to find himself in places no one has ever been. I'm honored to be part of your journey, and in many ways, your journey is just beginning. I'm so proud to have been your teacher. I look forward to seeing you go places that no one has ever been. Walk with bravery and keep learning.
It's not often that I have a 9th grader who is comfortable in their own skin and understands the power of their own voice. But that's the student that I had sitting right in front of me during my second hour 3 years ago. Annika always had unique ideas and critical perspectives on a topic that we were discussing in class, and she always found a way to express herself in ways that were inclusive of other students and thoughtful. She didn't speak up every day because that's not what was necessary. She made her presence known when she spoke, not by how often she spoke. Whenever we had discussions in class, she would listen carefully, and I knew she was listening because she was taking notes. You could see she's got a thinking face where her kind of eyes kind of go back, and then she usually nods a little bit. So I knew that she was thinking. I always knew that. When she did raise her hand to speak, I knew that I had to call on her because everyone else in the class deserved, they needed to hear what she had to say. Her academic curiosity soon blossomed into this young person committed to action. And to talk to Annika about what she wanted to do with her newfound understanding on a subject, it was always rooted in activism or ways to help other people. I mean, this is a student that I want to spend my time with. This is a student who knows what is important. This is a student who will change the world for the better. And I'm so thankful to have been able to watch Annika grow into the committed young adult that she is today. And I'll tell you what, in the future, I cannot wait to tell people. I'm going to be so excited to tell people I had her in my English class. Thanks, Annika.
Hi, Isabel. You know, I'm not at all surprised that you've excelled in so many areas. And as your third grade teacher, I have to tell you how honored I am that you asked me to attend the Celebration of Excellence with you. It really means the world to me that you remember our year together with some fondness. I remember you being one of those quiet observers in class, so it doesn't surprise me that you're thinking about neuroscience. I remember your poise, your maturity, your positive attitude, something that not all 9-year-olds have developed by that time. Also, from what I recall, you had very high expectations of yourself. You were always driven to succeed, and the quality of your work was something you cared about deeply. These traits have obviously stuck with you over the years. I also remember that in 2012, we discovered that our families were all going to be on Nantucket Island at the same time. So we met up there for a visit. I have to say that you are the only student that I've vacationed with, so that should feel like an honor to you. I know that you're headed for many, many more great travels and more success as you pursue your many passions. Congratulations. Job well done, Isabel.
One thing that comes to mind when I think of Raul is kindred spirit. For instance, we both have the same Myers-Briggs type, INTP. We both have an appreciation for the sciences and philosophy. Also, like myself when I was in high school, Raul has a tendency to put off studying for a little longer than he probably should. But unlike myself in high school, when Raul takes a test, he really shows up. Talk to any student that has had a class with him, and I'll bet they can attest to the fact that Raul has a way of just destroying the tests. You see, I think Raul performs his best when under a little bit of stress, and especially when he's challenged. That's why I'm very excited to see what he's able to accomplish in the academic challenges that he'll face in college and beyond. I hope you make the INTPs proud, Raul.
I have to say that I am so honored that Zala chose me for this event. When other teachers have asked who I was going to Celebration of Excellence with, the immediate response was, "Oh, I love her." When Zala was in 7th grade, I was afraid we were going to lose her to the St. Paul Conservatory for the Performing Arts. I found this out during a rehearsal from the middle school musical Shrek Jr. when I was chatting with several cast members, and I was heartbroken. In 9th grade, Zala wasn't on the choir roster, and again I was disappointed because she is amazingly talented and mature beyond her years. Luckily, she came to me that first semester of her high school career and asked if she could join choir's second semester because she could not stand not being in choir anymore. We could go on for a very long time about all of Zala's accolades as a thespian and singer, but what is even more impressive is her behind-the-scenes work. Zala is my first 2-year choir president. She is also in a very limited number of students to also hold the position of thespian president. In these roles, her mission is for everyone to feel they have a home in our choral and theater programs and everyone is heard. Zala, I cannot thank you enough for your organization, creativity, diligence, and heart. It is so true of you that leadership is not a position or title, but is action and example. It is difficult to imagine the MHS choral and theater departments without you, but I know that you want both to flourish beyond your graduation. Congratulations.
I'm very honored that Maggie selected me for this event. Maggie was a great student to have in class. She worked hard every day. Some students might call her a grinder. She has a fantastic work ethic. Obviously, Maggie is also very smart, but it was her personality in class that I enjoyed the most. She is a kind, gentle person and a great friend to her classmates. Everyone is comfortable around Maggie. Maggie is also hilarious. She has a quick smile and a wicked sense of humor. We bonded over her love of animals. She loves everything from mice to goats. Last year, she was so excited to become an aunt to twins. Those twins are so lucky to have her as an aunt. I was very blessed to have Maggie in class. Maggie, I wish you happiness and success in the future.
Since this is the celebration of excellence, I decided to keep my message intellectual. Antiphrasis is defined as a word or an expression that is used when the direct opposite would be more appropriate. This would be the equivalent of calling the big guy tiny or a bald guy hairy. My honoree is Anna Rainey, and the name Rainey is actually an example of antiphrasis, because Anna is anything but gloomy or dark. She's actually a ray of sunshine when she enters my room. Anna is an upbeat, positive, humble student who brings her energy every time she attends class. I've been impressed with the way Anna has handled herself in the classroom, on the basketball court, and even on the sidelines due to an injury that she suffered this year. Anna is very smart, but she's very humble at the same time. I know that Anna is going to be studying engineering in college. My father was an engineer, and the one request I have for Anna is something that my father never gave me. When I was in kindergarten, I found out that my father was an engineer, and I wanted him so desperately to drive his train to school to pick me up one day. Anna, when you get your engineering degree, I would love for you to come back to Mahtomedi and drive your train in the parking lot and visit us. Congratulations on your accomplishment. I'm very proud of you.
Laura, what an honor it is to have been chosen by you. If we were not in the midst of this pandemic, I would give you a big hug. You've worked so hard to get here, and I'm so proud of you. But since we can't hug, I'm thankful to be able to share a few thoughts with you. Since sophomore year, I knew you were special. If I remember right, your personality score and conscientiousness was very high, which is why I was so excited for you to be my TA. Actually, it was more because I enjoyed connecting with you, and I got to for another year. Laura, you've been blessed with so many amazing qualities. You're driven, intelligent, kind, compassionate, giving, joyful, and a natural leader. You are willing to help anywhere you can, which tells me so much about your giving spirit. You have a smile and joy that lights up the room. Hold on to that joy even when stress arises, because if you remember from class, stress can be your friend. Your dedication along with your amazing personality will lead you to navigate this next stage of your life. I hope you know how special you are, not just to me, but to others as well. If you ever forget, just remember, think about how amazing your brain is, because you are so cool. Thank you. I am honored to speak on behalf of Ms. Brenning about Greta Szymanowski. Ms. Brenning writes the following about Greta Szymanowski. She is an outstanding young woman, and we celebrate her excellence. Greta is an athlete. She's a key member of our girls basketball team, our girls volleyball team, and our girls lacrosse team. She also assists with coaching younger players in order to encourage them to develop the skills that will help them succeed in their sport of choice. She has been a referee for many games of volleyball, lacrosse, and has thus gained more insight into how the game is played. In addition, Greta is active in her church as well as various school and community clubs and organizations. Academically, Greta is truly an excellent student who was the top performer in her APLAC class, writing essays which were both challenging in content and superior in style. She also is a most successful French student, and to illustrate how highly she is regarded, she was selected to be president of the French Club. As a member of National Honor Society, Greta has contributed to the betterment of the school and the community. In the fall, Greta will attend St. Catherine's University, where she will play basketball and pursue her degree in nursing. Before that happens this summer, she will be enrolled in a program to become a certified nursing assistant. I'm sure that it is obvious why I admire this young woman so much and wish her only the best as she moves on into her next phase of life. Mrs. Brenning.
Hi, Noah. It's Mrs. Stang. I'm here to congratulate you on being selected as the top 10% of your graduating class. You have a lot of determination and drive. Speaking of drive, I'm here at number 11 on Indian Hills, where you scored a hole-in-one. I was there right after you teed up the ball, took aim, and swung the shot for a hole-in-one. What an achievement for such a young man. What I remember about you was that enormous smile you had. I was able to see that smile right after you hit your hole-in-one, and I was able to see that smile every day when you went into my classroom. Your family instilled in you so many values. What I noticed most was the respect you had for your supportive and loving family. Those values that your family had for you, you embraced to turn you into the excellent student you are today. These gifts your family had, you also share with others. Noah, you are so kind and patient. You show that when you teach Sunday school. You show your goodness by volunteering at Feed My Starving Children. You showed your leadership skills in your role in student athletes for Christ, student Christian athletes. Noah, you are off to Hillsdale College. And at Hillsdale College, the motto is, strength rejoices in the challenge. Hillsdale is blessed to have you as a student. You are going to be a strong student, and I know you're up for the challenge. Now let's see if I can be up to the challenge and score a hole-in-one for you. Woo! Way to go, Noah!
I would like to thank Evan Sogstead for this honor, and I want to congratulate all the students honored. This class is full of really impressive individuals that have a lot of exciting things to come in their future. Evan is one of 4 members of the AP Economics Perfect 10 Club honored tonight. So I'd like to honor him by comparing him with various economics concepts that he hopefully understands/remembers. Due to high amount of human capital, Evan contains a high potential output. Fixed resources and scarcity of time and energy limit potential output and production possibilities in the short run. Fortunately for Evan, he contains the willingness and entrepreneurial spirit to take risks to invest in proper capital to expand beyond his full potential output in the long run. He will ensure that anybody that has the pleasure of working him will be delighted by his marginal product and will find that the marginal returns do not diminish when he is involved. Plus, I hear he's a pretty decent spike ball player. Evan, thank you for this honor and congratulations on what you have accomplished. You're a great asset to the classroom, and I look forward to the things that will come in the future.
Oftentimes, students complain about their advisory classes. They say they're boring or somewhat of a waste of time, but I've always disagreed with that. I enjoy being able to interact with students that I don't have in my English classes. In my advisory class is where I first got to meet Krista Tyvel. Throughout her high school career, I would see Krista sporadically. Sometimes we had advisory monthly and sometimes it was weekly. However, I really got to know Krista this year. I've always known that she's been on the quieter side, but throughout the course of English 12 this year, I've been able to see how much of an advocate Krista is despite her soft-spoken nature. Obviously, there have been changes in scheduling and how classes are structured this year, But throughout the entire year, whether we were distance, hybrid, or fully in person, Krista has always advocated for completing readings together as a class, rather than independently. She understands that working together as a cohesive unit vastly exceeds working on her own, even though it might take twice as long. In a world where time is always of the essence, this is commendable. Krista is dedicated to her studies, to her passions, and to advocating for those around her, and I am confident that she will continue to exceed expectations in her college and professional career. Krista, I wish the best for you, and I cannot wait to see how far you will go. Good luck.
Allison, when I got the invitation for this wonderful night from you, I initially felt extremely honored. Then the whore took over as I thought about making this video. I'm a math teacher for many reasons, but the main reason is I'm good with numbers and not so good with words. So here go the numbers. 2. There are many great things I could say about you, so I'm going to pick 2. You are a tremendously hardworking and intelligent young woman who strives to do your best in everything you do. I saw that every day in my class, and every day I saw you participate in your sports. Secondly, your dedication to your family, friends, teammates, and classmates has been truly amazing to watch. You are selfless and so incredibly strong. 0. I have 0 reservations of what you will accomplish in the next chapter of your life. Your contagious smile, determination, motivation, and work ethic are going to help you pursue your goals and accomplish many wonderful things. 2. 2 favorite memories. As strange as it sounds, I loved watching you attack your math problems and tests in my class. Your confidence to dive into problems and really learn the how and why helped to propel you into a tremendous student. Secondly, as many students move on to the next teacher, they tend to shy away from the previous ones. They see them in the halls and don't even say hi. Not you. Whenever I would see you, you would greet me with a wonderful smile and always say hi. It may seem small, but that shows great confidence and respect for others and is greatly appreciated. 1. I have one piece of advice as you move forward. Put yourself first. Young women tend to focus on making those around them happy and tend to put themselves second, third, or even further down the list. This next chapter in your life is about you. Never sacrifice your incredible strength and be sure to put yourself out there for the world to see what a wonderful young woman you have become. "2021 may not have been the senior year you imagined, but it is your year to celebrate everything you have accomplished. Good luck with all your adventures. You will be amazing."
Like, obviously, you know, Ellie Wilkie is smart. She wouldn't be here if she wasn't. I just want to talk about some of the other things of her being an elite level athlete, you know, classical pianist, takes singing lessons. So she's just a really Renaissance woman. Tremendous artist. Passed her AP portfolio as a junior and is going to be on the elite for her senior year portfolio. Can't dance though.
Good evening. I'm currently standing in front of a camera and a teleprompter? Good evening. This is Janine Nelson from Zephyr News, reporting live from Matamida High School. Tonight's highlighted student is Luke Wisniewski. Luke is an amazing and impressive young man. Not only is he extremely talented in the arts, he's also very bright and gifted in the classroom. I could always count on Luke in class discussions to challenge multiple sides of an issue, to make others around him think, and to keep his teacher on her toes. Luke, you made me a better teacher. Most importantly, Luke is a young man who stands up for others, has empathy for others, and is strong in his beliefs. Luke is a catalyst for positive change and is not afraid to challenge the status quo to make that change happen. Oftentimes in education, we talk to students about leaving a legacy. Luke will leave MHS with a strong, positive legacy in the theater arts and the fight for equity for all. And that is something he can be very proud of. Luke, I can't wait to see where the journey takes you. What I do know, it will be a great journey as you have an extremely bright future. This is Janine Nelson signing off for Zephyr News. Back to you, Mr. Hahn.